If you don't put yourself consistently in a state of discomfort, you are not going to get used to that feeling. Hey, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name's Nick. I went through a body transformation between 260 pounds and now I float around between 190 and 200 pounds. And I'm just sharing my thought on the internet about how I can help people lose weight and kind of show my journey. Now, weight loss is very simple, but it's not easy. And why is that? And in my experience, I think that basically everyone knows how to lose weight. We all know caloric deficit. We all know steady state cardio. We know that we have to do some resistance training. We know that we have to get enough protein in. But why is it so hard to do so if it's so simple, right? And I think at the end of the day, it's about discipline. And if you can't create discipline and learn how to be uncomfortable, you will struggle at succeeding at weight loss. What's so hard about it is that there's a certain level of discomfort, and it's not fun. You know, being hungry all the time, being sore, lack of sleep because you're kind of stressed out. You're putting your body in a state of, let's call it starvation, but not really. But your body is adapting to a low amount or a lower amount of calories than you would be eating if you were in a surplus or a maintenance. And that is uncomfortable. Now, depending on what your starting point is going to dictate how long you have to be uncomfortable for. And so one big thing for me is I found that running, because now I've become more of an endurance athlete, but running long distances, you know, exceeding an hour and a half, 2 hours, up to 3 hours, it's all painful and it's not really fun for me at all. But kind of putting myself through certain levels of discomfort outside of the diet makes the diet a lot easier to manage and sustain. And so I'm more of a hybrid athlete. I run, I play tennis, you know, a lot of like racket sports, badminton, table tennis, pickleball. I also do some indoor rock climbing, and I started to pick up swimming. But there's a lot of things that you realize that in every single one of the sports, there's, you know, a bit of wrist pain when you play, or your knees kind of hurts, or when I swim, I get a lot of discomfort in my stomach when I swim. And that's probably because I'm just new at swimming and I haven't figured it out yet. But that doesn't stop me from doing it. It's like, I know that I'm uncomfortable. I know that there's a level of discomfort, but what I'm after is I'm not thinking about what I'm going to gain after today's session. I think about what I'm going to gain after 3 months of consistent effort at any of these things. That includes dieting. So if you can solve the problem of discomfort, and my solution would be start doing more things that make you uncomfortable so that other uncomfortable things are not as uncomfortable. I know it seems a little bit silly, but if you don't put yourself consistently in a state of discomfort, you are not going to get used to that feeling. And then the feeling doesn't really get better or necessarily get easier. You just kind of get used to it. And I'm not sure if there's any runners out there or endurance athletes that can resonate with that. But when I'm running, I actually don't really enjoy it that much. And maybe that's just a personal thing. It's just all uncomfortable. And then when you're pushing yourself even further with the run and pushing yourself to VO2 max and your legs are burning and shaky and it feels like you can't go anymore, but you can still push yourself. Once you come out of that session, there's so much benefit. You feel so good over the course of time. And I think that translates really well to dieting. So if you can maintain, you know, your caloric deficit, whatever it happens to be, 300, 500, 700 calories per day on average, you will feel uncomfortable. You will feel stressed out. You're not going to sleep as well. You're going to be cranky. There's all these different things. Your workouts are going to struggle. You're not going to be as strong. You're going to feel weaker. But this is just short-term pain for long-term gain. And I'm living proof of that. You know, when I was 260, everything was uncomfortable, even more uncomfortable than it is now. And now I feel a lot better in general, you know, just being able to tie my shoes, get out of bed, anything. every single day I feel a little bit better than I did before, but it took a lot of discomfort to get to where I am today. And I think that's the main point of this video, is that you need to start getting comfortable being uncomfortable, and that will likely be the key to your success. Thank you so much for watching the video. If you liked it, please leave a comment and subscribe, and we'll see you at the next one.